Hi, it's Lena again. I am back with another little tip for you that can make your eating disorder recovery a lot more enjoyable, a lot more fun, and just overall a lot less stressful. I'm an eating disorder recovery coach, and I'm on here to share all of my best tips, tricks, and tools with you to use in your eating disorder recovery journey. The tip that I have for you today is to celebrate even your smallest successes. Like literally throw yourself a party if you've been able to face a fear food and eat it, or even if you've just been able to face it and you haven't even eaten it, but you were able to sit down with a food that gives you anxiety and you sat through that. That is a win. A win could be just eating breakfast when you were hungry for breakfast while normally you don't eat breakfast. It could be you looked in the mirror and you didn't completely hate what you saw. All of the really small little successes along the way, make a point out of celebrating them like they're the biggest thing that could have possibly happened, right? Just literally celebrate, put on some music, get a little dance going, and just go crazy. Like, celebrate yourself, tell yourself good job, keep going, like you're on the right track. And it's okay to be proud of yourself for even the small little successes along the way. I know that when you struggle with an eating disorder, there's often this like thick layer of perfectionism in there somewhere. And so oftentimes we have these small little successes, but we're like, oh, this isn't good enough. Like, this was nothing. I want to be recovered. Like, then I'll have something to celebrate. But this isn't true. Like, you have something to celebrate right now in this moment. I'm sure you've had lots of little victories along the way, along your recovery journey, no matter how long you've been in recovery for. So here's a tip: just celebrate those successes. Have a journal that you literally only use to write down all of the little successes that you've had, so that in a moment where you feel really unmotivated, you can go back to those successes and you can remind yourself of how far you've come. A fun little way to do it is to just put it on little sticky notes or paper thingies, fold them up, throw them in like a glass jar or something, and then whenever you feel like you're not so motivated today, you just take one of the little papers out of that jar and you read it and you're like, let me go back to that moment. Yeah, I had a really good success here. So just really make that a habit. Get into the habit of throwing a party for yourself whenever you've reached something that is quite memorable. And even if it doesn't feel like a huge thing, it can be a huge thing. It can be something that, for the first time in so many years, you did something different from the way that you normally do it. That's a pretty huge success. So don't downplay your experience. You're doing so good. Be proud of yourself. Allow yourself to just freaking have a party with yourself or even with others. And just really make that a habit. And don't tell yourself that it's not enough. Don't tell yourself, oh, that's nothing. Like, it's okay. Like, I'll celebrate when something like more dramatic happens. No, like, this is as dramatic as it gets right now in this moment, and you get to celebrate that. So use that, make a habit out of that, and I celebrate with you, for you. I celebrate you, and yes, that is all I have for today. And if you found this video helpful, or if you just like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do it. And if you feel like shit, like this recovery journey is harder than you thought and you may need some extra help, I do offer one-on-one recovery coaching. So I'll have a link to that in the description box below. You can check that out, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye.